Before going to New York, I saw New York as this magical place that was always in the films and the movies, and it wasn't a place that actually existed. But then when we landed, we were on the coach, we went straight through Times Square and we saw all the billboards, strip where all the theatres were, and it was actually amazing.
It was really fun and experience, and it was just full on. Lots and lots of walking and then not enough sleep.
Well, we did get to go to the Winter Gardens Theatre to go and watch School of Rock, and that was pretty awesome.
New York was fantastic. We got to see all your normal tourist attractions, and then got to experience going to sort of the Brand Union, which for me was one of the highlights of going.
I've had a really great time. It was great being able to spend time with not just my friends, but also meeting other people from different courses and getting to know them.
I visited the Fit Museum, which is all about fashion, and like they had really amazing garments.
We went to loads of fashion shops.
Yes.
Project Runway.
Expensive fabric.
I cried over Vera Wang.
Yeah.
Vera Wang fabric was there and I cried.
Just going, ooh, fabric, 50 quid,
No!
I absolutely loved New York. It's an amazing city. I think it was actually sort of cleaner than I expected. It was friendlier than I expected, and I also felt a lot safer than I expected.
We went to the Rock, which was just opposite the Empire State Building, which was fantastic. There was a museum underneath that, and then we got to see the sights of New York.
On top of the Rock was very queasy. It was beautiful.
Yes, but it's very windy.
But Nia would get so close to the edge. I was like, Nia, step back, love, you're gonna fall.
There was glass, it
was paper thin, it was glass. It wasn't a brick wall, was it?
Like, I've been on the top of the Empire State Building, but I have to admit, being on top of the Rock, you get a better view. I mean, yeah, we went up to the very, very top to a point where my hat blew off and almost blew over the side. It was cold, but the view was just absolutely amazing.
The scenery was amazing. You could see Central Park.
Who knew that you could get a park inside a city? Blows my mind, it does.
And it was just so massive, like you would in a movie where they do like the pan shot over the top and you see everything. And one of the best things was you had internet connection, so you can FaceTime everybody at home so they can all see it. And it was just great because everybody was so happy and everybody was so excited because it was like the first day of us being in New York for the full day. And so everybody was excited and buzzing, and everybody was ready to go out and see everything.
The most powerful moment was when we'd gone to the 9/11 memorial on Ground Zero. I wasn't expecting to go, I didn't think I'd want to go, but it's just so overpowering. But if you go to New York, you have to go there, and it's a great experience.
It was an experience that you really wouldn't get anywhere else, and the atmosphere there was phenomenal. Like, everybody was silent or really quiet, really appreciative of everybody around and what actually happened, and it kind of brought you to tears just being there, never mind, having family or friends that died or know people that died, but just the impact was an experience that you couldn't get anywhere else.
Brand Union is a graphic design agency which does branding for sort of companies. They were showing us work, some branding that they'd done from Dell, and then they work quite closely with other design agencies which they were able to tell us about. The agency was quite big, they were extremely friendly. I've been to quite a lot of graphic design agencies, and for me they were the most welcoming that I've ever been to, and they were able to show us work, not that they just won awards for, but work that they were actually working on at this moment in time.
The sounds, the smells, that was what made New York fantastic for me. Just wandering around the streets and experiencing things like the steam coming out of the grates on the road and those typical sort of New York cold mornings where we were all wrapped up and taking photographs.
I think the American creative culture is completely different. It's a lot more out there. It's more expressive.
Since I've been to Brand Union, I've come back and I've taken some of the inspiration that they showed us and ideas that they gave us, and I actually spoke to one of the ladies about my work, and I've since created a project for the RSA Live Awards, which will be sent off in a few weeks.
Because I would love to go into directing, and being able to see everything before me in the streets, in the theatres, in Central Park, it made me inspired to try and write something and direct something to do with everything that I've witnessed and everything that I saw.
I'd say New York has influenced the work I've been doing since. I've certainly looked at a lot of photographers from New York, including people like Nan Golding. I love her work.
If creativity was an object, I would pick a piece of paper, because when you start a project, you always start with a blank canvas.
I would say it would be the mind, because the mind's endless, just like creativity.
I think it would be a Rubik's Cube, because you can twist it every which way and you get an endless amount of patterns always.
Oh God, Mia, that's amazing. You rehearsed?
No!
That's a really good answer.